Welcome to The Why. In our podcast, The Why, we're going to cover topics that are important to SAP customers and to our team. We want you to share this information internally. We want you to share this information outside of SAP Ariba. And we want you to be able to connect with other thought leaders in our business. This week, our podcast, The Why, is in Amsterdam at SAP Ariba Live, which is the place to be for business-to-business commerce. Joining me today on our podcast is Gary Price, Client Director with Probrand, and Simon O'Carroll, who leads marketing for Probrand as well. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today on The Why.
Thank you.
Gary, let's start with you. Give us a little bit of an overview of Probrand. You've been a supplier on the Ariba network, and you're looking at our solution for spot buy. But tell us a little bit about the business overall.
Yeah, Probrand are a value-added reseller in the UK. We've been around for about 20 years selling IT commodity kit to private and public sector businesses. We've always focused on digital first, so where possible, driving the cost out of procurement and passing those efficiency savings through to our customers. That's
fantastic. Simon, let me ask you, just broadly, just in the space, from a sales and marketing standpoint, what are some of the big trends that you see with your customers?
I think one of the things we're seeing more of now is people wanting to look at services as well as products. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm from the sister company, Mercato. So the USP we bring over to Probrand is the ability to have these sort of guided advisors. People wanting to buy more online as well is another thing that comes up.
Right. So certainly trying to make it easy, and they want to have sort of an end-to-end, be able to have not only the product but the service itself.
Yeah, and I think people are so used to the sort of online marketplace and
right.
online purchasing experience in their sort of own lives that now they're expecting it more and more within business.
That's a perfect transition. One of the things that I think we're looking at with your business is the spot buy marketplace. Why was that interesting to you? Why did you decide that you wanted to expand your relationship with SAP Ariba and really look at spot buy?
As Simon said, people are looking to self-serve. They really don't like speaking to salespeople. Most sales, if you speak to a buyer, they're sick of talking about their cat, the dog, the weather, what they're doing on holiday. They want to just get on and do their procurement.
Right.
So again, in your own personal life, insurance, utilities, you go through an online experience and try and do that and avoid speaking to somebody. And this is where we saw with Spot Buy, to become a supplier on there, to have the ability to engage with people through a trusted environment at a low cost.
What advice would you have for us, or what are the expectations that you've given to us regarding how you want to be able to do business in a marketplace like Spot Buy?
For a buyer, the important thing for them is to have the right information. Having a rich catalogue with standardized content, standardized information helps people make informed decisions, helps them find the right product they need, because the cost isn't just through the procurement. If they buy the right product or buy in the wrong order, the wrong things, it costs more on returns and that affects us as much as the customer. We have to return the item. We may not be able to return it back to our suppliers, so we have to drive that, and we have to drive efficiency there.
Great. From a differentiation standpoint, obviously the space you talked about has a lot of competition. What helps your business model stand out? Is it the combination of services and products, or are there other things that you do?
I think, again, it's how we utilize our technology. Our catalogue that we'll supply to Spot Buy, behind the scenes, we're doing our own price comparison. We were doing price comparing the market way before the meerkats in the UK. So we bring together 40 suppliers in the UK supply chain, aggregate it by manufacturer's product code, and do something like 6 million price checks a day, checking the price and stock of all our products and updating catalogues in real time. So if you think about a sales process, most people, 94% of people, check online before they actually decide what they're going to buy.
Right.
And then when they're going through checking and researching online, all they're doing when they're picking up the phone is checking price and stock. If you've got the latest price and stock in something like Spot Buy, it's a no-brainer. You can just carry on and procure very efficiently.
That's fantastic. So it really sounds like your catalog both is robust with the amount of products, but as far as it being just right on time with respect to price and delivery quantities and timeliness, sounds like that's a big differentiator for you.
Absolutely, and as Simon mentioned about the advisors, we use our technology to create digital pre-sales processes.
Okay.
So as you would with insurance, you ask a question, you work through a series of questions that interchange based on the information you put in. You can digitize that pre-sales process to help people, because buyers aren't always informed. They're not specialists in everything. They're most of the time they're generalists. If you can step them through the right process to make sure they're adding a warranty when you need something for longer term, they're considering installation and considering everything, it makes life a lot easier. The biggest cost for us as a supplier is pre-sale support. You've got to pay a lot of money to get a good pre-sales person, so if you can digitize that experience, we can cut down costs and pass the savings on to the customer.
Right. Yeah, Simon, looks like you want to add
something. And I think just to follow on from that, I think the attraction of say Spot Buy is, again, from our side, is reducing the time spent for sort of this tail end spend. You know, when the smaller transactions, again, going through the process of talking on the phone and guiding through with people. If we can digitise that through guided advisors and then through the Spot Buy platform, then it sort of releases our guys to work on the bigger things for the customers that do need more help.
Right. Well, it's fantastic. It sounds like we have a lot of opportunity together, both from using some of your expertise and then certainly with our Spot Buy solution. So this week we have Ariba Live going on here in Amsterdam. What's been your feedback so far? We're sort of a day and a half into the program. You've seen a couple of main stage sessions on the dream and certainly the product. You spoke, so thank you very much for speaking at one of the breakout sessions. How have you enjoyed the conference so far?
It's been really intriguing, really interesting, and because we're very much into our technology, understanding how you're using artificial intelligence and business intelligence within your processes to automate and digitize processes really impressed me. Some really good things that was really good to hear and good to see.
Yeah, I think it's been nice on a personal level just to be able to network and speak to you guys face to face. Again, amazing how many people from the UK that we work with already that we've met here. So yeah, I think as a networking event as well, it's been really, really valuable.
Great. Well, looking for more things together with Probrand. So Gary, Simon, thank you very much for joining me today on The Why.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Our podcast, The Why, is put together by the People First team. We'll be producing The Why on a regular basis. If you have recommendations for topics, please contact the People First team. And please share this podcast with other members of our team or even outside our team. Thank you for listening to The Why.